Hi everyone, Sherry here from Orchard Corset. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to talk about corset laces. Most of you know that we carry a variety of satin and paracord laces to sell for our corsets. And we offer a guideline on our corset lace pages that give you an estimate of what lace length you should buy depending on which corset you are buying. So for example, on our site, we talk about how all of our shorter or standard length underbust corsets are CS 411, CS 305, and 331. That 6 yards is the standard measurement of lace that you would need. For the CS 426, our long line corset, which is what we have down here, we recommend that you buy 7 yards of lace, and then for the 511 overbust corset, we recommend 8 yards. But those are just averages. Now there might be different reasons that you want longer or shorter laces for your corset, and today we're going to talk about that a little bit and just how you can use laces to really complement and accentuate the corsets that you have to go with different outfits that you might want to wear. So right now I am wearing a red satin 411, and the corset size that I wear is a size 22, and I can lace it down almost all the way. And a 411 is a shorter corset. It's only got a set of 10 pairs of grommets in the back, and I can get away with as little as 4 yards of lace in the back of my corset and still open it far enough to get it on. So I'm going to show you what 4 yards looks like and how much extra lace you have. It's not quite enough. You can just barely tuck it. So if you're looking to tuck your laces, you might want to go with a little bit, something a little longer, and I'll show you what that looks like in just a minute. But here is what the 4 yards looks like. So that is what 4 yards of ribbon looks like in a size 22. Now, if you are wearing a size 36 corset, you're probably not going to be able to get away with the 4 yards, but you could probably get away with 5 yards if you were looking to have a shorter lace. All right, so I'm going to pop out of this corset, and I will show you what I mean when I say I really wouldn't be able to get any smaller and still safely be able to undo my corset, because as we talked about in another video, you want to make sure that you don't have any torque on the front bust when you do this. So when I unlace that, and now it's loose enough for me to do, as you can see, so I have just enough lace to fully loosen my corset. All right, take this one off. And I have here the long anticipated all cotton corset. So this is the CS 411 in cotton. I have 5 yards of ribbon lace in here, our red satin ribbon lace, one of my very favorite colors. Loosen that up just a little bit more. And you can see what the difference a yard makes, because a yard is long. Well, you know, it's 3 feet. So, and I'm just still seasoning this corset. It's not all broken in yet. I've only had it for a few days. So I'm not going to lace it up too tight. Just going to keep working the X's, pulling from the top down to the center, and then from the bottom up towards the center. Notice how easily the satin laces glide through these grommets. They're really nice to use. Tuck in that modesty panel, but not too tight. We'll tie it up in a bow, and then you can see just how much longer that yard looks than the 4 yard laces that I had on my previous corset. I pull that and I check, and it doesn't look like I quite have my loop even. There, perfect. So as you can see, there was that hung down quite a bit more, and a lot of times you want to, depending on the outfit that you're wearing, maybe you like to have those laces hang down. It really changes the look of your outfit. Also, when they're a little bit longer, like I said, they're easier to tuck. So this is 5 yards, and this is what 5 yards looks like in a 411 and a size 22. Now, obviously not everybody is a size 22. So I have some other corsets that I have brought. This here on the table is our CS 426, which is a long line. So it's got an extra couple of pairs of grommets. So right off the bat, you're going to need longer laces. And this, I put 8 yards of laces in this. Now this corset is a size 40. So the reason for the extra lace, and you're going to have some that's going to hang down, is generally for our fuller figured women, they are able to size down quite a bit more. So a size 40 corset can easily work for somebody that might have a natural waistline of 48, 49 inches. So you need to be able to have that corset open up quite a ways in order to get it around and fasten your front bust without causing any torque or anything on the front bust. So you will end up with longer laces after it's cinched and tied. You might not necessarily have to have the full 8 yards, but you will definitely want to size up and down your lace length accordingly, depending on how far open you're going to need to be able to open up your corset to get it on. But you can see laces really can make a corset beautiful. So here we have the 426 in the pinstripe with white satin laces. Now if you had an evening gown on or a skirt, that would be absolutely gorgeous. All right, this is 8 yards again, same length as the other one. This is a size 38 corset. If you wear a smaller size 426, for example, I have right here. This is the 426 brocade, and this is in a size 22. All right, this is 6 yards. So here, which is what we standardly recommend for the 411, but again, in a 22-inch corset, I don't have to have as much lace in order to open it up, and I prefer mine a little bit shorter. So you can see how far that ribbon hangs down on the back of mine. I still have plenty of room at 6 yards, and I could easily do 5 yards in the 426 for myself. All right, so when you are shopping for laces, and the guidelines are there, it says 6 yards for that, 7 yards for the 426. Those are just guidelines, and they will work with most corsets. But there might be reasons that you either need your corset laces to be a little bit longer. If you have a little extra fluff, you're trying to get into that corset, and you need to open that corset up a little bit more to get it on. Or maybe you just want long flowing laces. Or perhaps you're like me and you don't really want all that extra lace because it's bulky and hard to hide under clothing. So you shorten your laces up. Just make sure that you leave yourself enough room that you're able to open up your corset. I hope that gives you an idea about what lace length to choose for your next corset. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you back here at our YouTube channel. Until then, make sure you check us out at www.orchardcorset.com.